Shit. Wow. Where do I start? Where do I start? Well, I should probably start by doing my intro. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J Mang, back checking in with the people, back with another video. And today, I want to give y'all my first impressions for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I'm going to give y'all some backstory first because I've been through a lot in terms of this game. Not only have I been waiting, not only has this been one of my most anticipated games, but I have been spoiled when the leaks came out months ago. Now, usually I try to stay away when I hear leaks are starting to come out, but I saw something that pretty much spoiled the big thing that happens in this game. At least, from what I played, it was towards the beginning. The big thing that happens in this game was spoiled for me. And after that, I pretty much was seeking out spoilers. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds stupid. And I kind of regret that now. And I probably will never do that again. But at the time, I was so pissed off that I got spoiled on the game. And that was such a big thing that happens in the game that I just said, F it. I said, fuck it. I'm going to just go ahead and seek out the spoilers. And I'm gonna go from there. Now, when I did end up seeking out the spoilers and I got more information about the game, I said, hold up. Even though that happened, I'm actually still interested in playing this game. If not, even more to figure out what's going on. To figure out the build-up. To figure out why is this happening? What's going on here? So, lo and behold, we get here. The game drops. It comes out. I'm live streaming it. I know some of y'all might have seen me live streaming on this channel. I put up a couple parts of the live stream and then my save gets messed up. So I was playing the game. I got to probably about 6 hours into the game and I looked at my save and it said something about me only having 4 hours in when I can clearly, I've clearly been playing the game for 6 hours. So I'm like, what the hell happened? So I thought that save was a messed up save. And I thought it was okay to delete it because I'm like, I know I'm 6 hours in the game. I'm going to delete that save and just go off the other one. It turns out that was my main save and it was only 4 hours because I did a chapter select. When I got to my second playthrough, I did a chapter select to go back because I missed something and I wanted to go back and replay the chapter over. I was still at the beginning of the chapter, so I replayed it and did it over. So I guess that was what the 4 hours was because when I did the chapter select, I was only 4 hours in after the chapter select. It was weird. So because I'm game sharing right now, I don't have cloud saves manually uploaded. So I had to pretty much start the game all the way over from the beginning. 6 hours in, gone. Start the game all the way over from the beginning. In doing so, I caught back up. I'm well beyond where I was before. And I realized that I actually enjoy the game better not live streaming it. So I decided that I'm not going to live stream this game. I probably won't be live streaming any games like this moving forward just because I want to focus mainly on the game. What I ended up doing is I'm uploading my playthrough, no commentary style, to the channel so you can at least see how I played through it for the first time. And then I'll upload impressions, I'll upload reviews / discussions and stuff like that so you can get my initial reaction on things. So now that the backstory is out the way, Last of Us Part 2. How am I feeling about the game? I really like it. I really like Last of Us Part 2 to the point that I can't wait to discuss it in, spoiler cast in its totality. I'm not even done with the game. I'm probably about 9-10 hours into the game. I'm not even done the game, but so far what they have done with this game in terms of the story, let's start there. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. We all know what the big thing is that happens in the story, and to me, so far, that makes sense on what can happen within this world. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. People have done things. I don't know if people are coming back after him to get him. It's like, you just don't know what can happen at any point. And while it might be a beloved character, hey, I like when my stories do that. I like when my stories take out people and you 1 minute you're like, oh, he's the, or he or she's the best, and next minute they gone. I like stuff like that. They have you playing as another character in this game, a new character in this game. I really like this character too. I still haven't gotten to the point where we figure out what her motive is. But she's the mystery woman that was in the trailer, and she's a goddamn beast, dog. Physically, she's a beast. Mentally, she's a beast. And I'm liking everything about her so far. Some people are caught up on the way her body is shaped and built. Who gives a fuck? It's a video game. I can care less about her body shape. I'm more into how she plays, and then secondly, what's her background? What's her character? What's the meaning of the story? You know? You have other characters in the game like Jesse and Dina that we've seen in the trailers. I actually really like those characters too. Dina, I'm starting to come around to more. At first, Dina was kind of annoying to me, and especially when you get to the big journey of the game, she just says certain things that it's just like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you asking stuff like that? Like, obviously, this is not the time to be asking stuff like that. But then you get the moments in this game where her softer side comes out, or her more compassionate side comes out, and she starts telling you about her character and her past, and just who she's about, and you start to come around. So I'm coming around a little bit to her. Jesse, he's goddamn hilarious. I thought I would hate Jesse. I actually like Jesse off the rip. He comes in early in the game, and I think he's pretty funny. Tommy, we know who Tommy is so far. I've came across Tommy, and Maria, she's in the game too. So, got those characters so far. You have the enemies that you're going against, and I won't talk about them because I think that's kind of getting into the spoiler territory. But so far, I've come across 2 types of enemies, and as of right now, they seem like they're going against each other. So not only am I hunting down specific people, but I'm in the middle of 2 different enemies that are going against each other, and they're also trying to take me out when they see me. So the dynamic there is actually pretty dope. Gameplay. I think the gameplay pretty much improves on the first one in almost every way. It's a look okay in terms of this being a stealth game. I know I've been on record saying Last of Us is not a stealth game. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty available, and I feel like being that this game is such a what they call it wide linear game, you have to be more methodical in your approach. I'm not using listen mode, so not only does that have to it increases my my methods on how to attack things. I can't see through walls, so I have to be patient with letting enemies do their routes and come around corners. And sometimes they mix up the routes, and they you think they're gonna go this way, they're coming back this way. Same with the infected, especially the infected. They're so herky-jerky, unpredictable in their movements that it's almost impossible if they're like 10 feet away to predict which way they're gonna go when you're trying to sneak up behind them. I love that part. You have to be very specific. You have to put yourself in the middle, in between objects, to make sure that you're breaking that line of sight. Same with the clickers, you're breaking that echolocation ability, putting yourself in the middle of an object. Clickers, like Ellie has the knife, so when you get behind them, you can stealth kill them, but they're so aggressive. They're so herky-jerky that I thought it was gonna be a cakewalk because Ellie has the knife and it's unlimited. But no, it's not. The way they throw those clickers, those runners in there at you, they mix it up nicely. They mix it up nicely to the point where it's challenging. What else? The stealth mechanics. You can go prone now. That's pretty much the biggest addition to the stealth mechanics that I've experienced. Prone is pretty good. You can hide in like grass and stuff like that. That's dope. And you your aim is actually better when you're prone. So that's actually a good thing to remember when you're playing. Dogs, fuck them dogs. Annoying as hell. I killed every single last one that I came across. I mentioned it earlier, a lot of big areas in this game. So in terms of pacing, I like to explore everything a lot, but so far most of it has been optional exploration. So they give you enough information for you to know at least where you have to go or what you're looking for. And it's up to you if you want to head directly for that objective or you want to explore these areas. Very early in the game, they drop you in a big area, downtown Seattle. And I was a little bit thrown off because I'm like, damn, I kind of just want to get into the action. You know what I'm saying? Something big just happened. I kind of want to get into the action, but they throw you in this big area. Then I'm like, you know what? It's my choice. If I want to explore, I can. If I want to go straight to the area, it's not too far from when you start in that area. I mean, to the objective, it's not too far when you start in that area. So it's up to you. And I'm glad I explored, because to me, exploration in this game is very rewarding. Not only does this game do a great job with environmental storytelling, but you also find key objects and items in this game that you would have never come across if you didn't explore. I'm talking about big stuff, guns that you would never have gotten if you did not explore. Attachments, things like holsters, so that when you're switching in between guns, you don't have to hold square to swap a weapon. You can just hit the D-pad over. Those are very important stuff, especially when you're playing on a harder difficulty, because you want to be quick in your weapon management. You want to be quick with the way you select, because things are coming at you from all different type of directions. Enemies flank like crazy. They are not dormant on their paths. If they know you're in an area, they'll go one way, and then if you're not there, they'll go another way. They'll flank around you. Like, it's crazy, like how much smarter the AI is. I mean, they have their dumb moments too, but in terms of comparison to the first game, they're much smarter. You can't just charge at them either. You have to utilize your bottles and stuff to stun them, because if you charge at them, they will take your head off. They will take you out. You're done. You know what I'm saying? They'll take you out. So, but you know, the enemies have their moments. When Dina, or like the AI partner that you have, is clearly in their line of sight, they don't see them. And I understand, like, in terms of game design, that would kind of be annoying if every time your AI partner got spotted, you know, you also got spotted. But it would make for a nice challenge, at least. You know, maybe you have to utilize your bricks and bottles more to break the AI partner out of the stun, and then they can, like, you know, run away and hide somewhere again, and that way you guys can go back to de-escalating the situation. More about the stealth mechanics. You can't hide bodies in this game, but what you can do is come behind them, grab them, and you have a few seconds to drag them a little bit before you take them out. That on the survival difficulty is probably like 5 seconds tops. So you really don't have that much time to drag the body out of the sight. So you kind of got to wait for that window of opportunity to get there. But it's very small. It's very small to do that. I kind of wish you can drag the bodies away, but yeah, I kind of wish you could drag the bodies away so that you can hide them a little bit better. That way it doesn't alert the other enemies. So yeah, that's pretty much my impression so far on the gameplay. Like I said, I'm halfway through, so I still got a little bit under halfway through, so I still got a lot more to experience. Visually, I think this game is top 5 visually impressive games of the generation. I think the environments are probably some of the best environments I've ever seen in a game, period. And just the way they come off, the foliage, the lighting, just everything, the attention to detail is incredible in this game. I still think Red Dead takes the cake in terms of best looking game this generation. Plus, that was an open world game, and Red Dead looks that impressive. This is more of a wide linear they call it, so some areas are bigger. But I find like the areas that are bigger to still look really good. Some of the character models, like when you're in game, look kind of, I don't know, they look a little bit not that impressive. They just look okay when you're in game, and sometimes when you're just walking around, like some of the AI characters don't look all that detailed as Ellie does. The environments indoors, absolutely fantastic. Performance, the game is running at 30 FPS, and I gotta be honest with you, I hate it. I hate the 30 FPS in this game because, and I didn't want to mention this mechanic yet, but when you're playing this game, the combat is so fluid with the addition of the dodge button and the jump mechanic. The combat is so fluid that you notice the 30 FPS so much in this game. Like, I kind of just wish it was a little bit more smooth. Like, immediately when I popped on the game, I'm like, wow, I can feel the 30 FPS. And usually I'm one to say, I don't notice the 30 FPS because I haven't played it at 60. But I can feel it in this game, especially when you're trying to, maneuver through things and stuff like that. It's like, damn, if this was 60, hopefully we can get a PS5 patch that makes it 60, or even a Pro patch. I don't know. I feel like they should have had modes in this game where you have the option to do performance or visuals, and they give us 60 FPS in this game, because this game definitely needs it. I wouldn't be mad if this game either had a PS5 patch or came to PC, because I think the gameplay would be that much better in a higher frame rate. And audio, I think the audio is fantastic. The sounds that the clickers make, next level creepy shit. Next level creepy shit. I've came across the new addition to the infected, the Shambler. That enemy, I'm so far I've made light work of the Shambler, and that's because I've been using my resources correctly. The first time I played through the game, I was kind of reckless, but the second time I played through, I've been using my resources much more efficiently. So I had the proper equipment to take out the Shamblers. They're creepy as hell too, just the way they look with all the eyeballs all over their body and shit like that. The clickers, the noises that they make, and the runners, and you hear them choking on their blood when you're stabbing them in the neck. Same goes with the enemies. The way the enemies call out each other's names. Each enemy has a specific name. So when you kill one and they find it, like, oh, they got Sarah. Look around, look everywhere. Like that stuff is mad dope to me. So I think the audio is next level. You can hear Ellie breathing when she's running, and like when she stops running, catching her breath, you can hear her breathing heavy to catch her breath and stuff like that. The performances from the voice actors, amazing work. I think what's her name, Ashley Johnson, is probably one of my favorite voice actors in gaming today. Like, Troy Baker is dope, but Ashley Johnson, the way she her voice acting for Ellie, top notch stuff. And facial animations look incredible too. One thing I noticed really good was when Abby, when you are playing as the mystery woman Abby, her facial animations are actually amazing, on point. So that's pretty much my first impressions of the game. I will have more to say in my review. I tried to stay away from spoilers here. If I spoiled anything for you, I apologize. But most of you guys have probably played the game anyway, so I tried to be a spoiler free. I might have gave y'all the name of the mystery woman. I apologize. But that's not a big deal if you stayed away from spoilers. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think so far. If you've played the game, if you've beaten it. Try to stay away from the spoilers in the comments. I haven't beaten it yet, so I want to be as fresh as possible on everything. Rate the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace.